Hello, my name is Jonathan Bramwell, and today I will be providing a training on resolving employee disputes in a healthcare setting. There are two dynamics of conflict in workplace disputes. There are dysfunctional conflict and there's functional conflict. Dysfunctional conflict are negative types of conflict that hinder organizational performance. Functional conflict are healthy and vigorous challenges of ideas, beliefs, and assumptions. It is important not to eliminate all forms of conflict, as some forms can help change the organizations for the better as compromises and adjustments are made to core beliefs or current standards and improve the organization. There are many sources of conflict. There are personality differences, personality clashes, tension, and annoyance, value differences, refusing an assignment due to ethical or moral reasons. There are blurred job boundaries, discrepancies about which professional is responsible for certain roles. There's a battle for limited resources, an unfair balance or use of resources. There's decision-making conflicts where there's constraints on who is allowed to make decisions. There's a lack of communication or nonverbal cues being misread or misleading that can create conflict. There's interdepartmental competition, a lack of understanding roles. That's, for instance, there's siloism. You may be set in your specific role and your own duties, and you may think certain responsibilities are for another department, and they may have the same feelings towards you, which can create conflict. There are also expectations. We all have expectations of coworkers, and that is not always met. There are many effects of conflict. There's patient impact. Nearly every healthcare worker can recall delays or inadequacies in patient care caused by a provider refusing to consult the on-call physician or group for a problem outside of their area of expertise because of some unresolved past conflict. There's also job satisfaction. Perception of better unit morale is associated with less interdepartmental conflict and lower expected turnover. There's individual stresses caused to each employee as they have to deal with conflict. There's collaboration. Poor collaboration is likely to be a result of conflict. There's also cost. There's a cost associated with decreased productivity, and there's a cost of increased turnover from training and recruiting. There are also some positive effects of conflict. Experts have found that the most effective teams in healthcare are those in which members feel safe enough to disagree with one another. A culture where dissent is allowed or even encouraged can spur innovation, diversity of thought, and better decision making. There are 10 steps to resolve conflict. First, schedule a meeting to address the problem, preferably at a neutral place. Number 2, set ground rules. Ask all parties to treat each other with respect and to make an effort to listen and understand others' views. Number 3, ask each participant to describe the conflict, including desired changes. Direct participants to use I statements, not you statements. They should focus on specific behaviors and problems rather than people. Ask participants to restate what others have said. Number 5, summarize the conflict based on what you have heard and obtain agreements from participants. Number 6, brainstorm solutions. Discuss all of the options in a positive manner. Rule out any options that participants agree are unworkable. Summarize all possible options for a solution. Assign further analysis of each option to individual participants. Make sure all parties agree on the next steps. And lastly, close the meeting by asking the participants to shake hands, apologize, and thank each other for working to resolve the conflict. Now, whether you have been involved in a conflict with an employee or a bystander who is affected by a conflict of your colleagues, or maybe even a mediator who's in charge of working out these disputes, I hope this training has helped you and will encourage you to look at the root cause of these disputes and these conflicts, to have an understanding of which conflicts are positive and functional and which are dysfunctional, and eliminate this dysfunctional and work on the functional so that you may have an organization that is always improving. Thank you and have a great day.